Hi, everyone. Welcome to this brand new episode of 5 Minute Film Reviews. I'm your host, KB. Let's dive in. This video will definitely contain spoilers because one, this film is already out on Netflix now, and two, it's based on true historical events. Today, I'm reviewing The Trial of the Chicago Seven, a historical legal drama from the mind of acclaimed writer and director Aaron Sorkin. Based on the Chicago Seven, originally known as the Chicago Eight, it follows the story of the original 8 men who were charged by the federal government with conspiracy, inciting a riot, and other things related to anti Vietnam War sentiments and cultural protests that took place during the 1968 Democratic National Convention. The 8 men who were tried were Abby Hoffman, Jerry Rubin, David Dellinger, Tom Hayden, Rennie Davis, John Freund, Lee Weiner, and Bobby Seale. The film is stacked with an ensemble cast that includes everyone from Yahya Abdul Mateen II to Eddie Redmayne, Alex Sharp, Sacha Baron Cohen, Jeremy Strong, Michael Keaton, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, John Carroll Lynch, David Flaherty, Kelvin Harrison Jr., and Noah Robbins. So let's get into the film a bit. The 8 men who were charged all represented different political causes when they arrived in Chicago for the Democratic National Convention. They represented the Students for a Democratic Society, Youth International Party, the National Mobilization to End the War in Vietnam, and the Black Panther Party. These men were labeled by the government rebels without a job and a threat to national security. They were strategically put together to be made an example out of for their opposition to the Vietnam War and being vocal about the government's lack of care for its citizens' lives and inequality. Admittedly, I knew a very minimal amount about this trial prior to seeing this film, but did do some additional research because of it. The events that take place within this film enraged me, but they didn't surprise me, particularly in regards to the treatment of Bobby Seale. Throughout the film, it is very clear that there are true trials occurring, and that's based on race. So some of the, liberties and civil freedoms that Bobby's white counterparts have, he's not privy to. And reliving this time in American history was challenging for me to watch as a Black woman. Just seeing the level of corruption and racism in the American government and judicial system is never surprising, but always triggering, mostly because it's something that, has been going on for hundreds of years. And, a lot of what happened to those 8 individuals can and still happens today to marginalized communities. So the film really asks and shows what people will do when they are pushed beyond their limits, and when those said people are not only public figures, but also are publicly in disagreement with the government and what the government is doing. I definitely think that this film will be up for awards consideration. The style, the layers, the performances are all very, very good. From a cinematic standpoint, I loved Aaron's fusion of actual footage with reenacted scenes towards the end of the film. One thing that Aaron Sorkin knows how to do well is use dialogue to ignite feelings in his audience. This film was no different in that regard. Going back to the ensemble, they did what they needed to do and they did it well. Yada does a great job as Bobby Seale, especially given, like what he's given and the time that he has, which was albeit too short for me on screen. And I realize, that's partially due to the fact that Bobby Seale should have never been on trial in the first place. But nonetheless, I still wanted to see more of Bobby Seale in this film. Kelvin Harrison Jr., another fave of mine, portrays Fred Hampton well, but it's also short. Eddie Redmayne's portrayal of Tom Hayden, exceptional. For me, it made me distrust Tom, his intentions and his actions. I walked away kind of with those same feelings intact. So, all in all, I would definitely recommend this film for everyone, but particularly those who are unfamiliar with the trial, so that they can use it as a foundation to dive a bit deeper, not only into this event, but more historical events like this, especially with, the political climate that we're currently in. And I'm really hoping that the audience walks away with actionable items and just, additional thoughts about how to be better people, better citizens of the world, and how to use their voices in the fight for injustice. So that's it for today's review. Please be sure to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel through the lens of Lady KB for more content like this, plus interview exclusives and more. Until next time, continue to be great, and thanks for watching.